Okay, good evening, everybody. Yeah, tonight's session it's about all your questions that you have in your mind, things that you want to ask, to know about more. We will try our best to answer your questions, and if we don't know, we will find out by our leaders like Connie and Lebo and Drew, etc. So yeah, get your questions ready in your mind. As you know already, you saw the questions, and you just need to ask, and then we will try and assist you. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of introduction to what they say about our products, and the information that I'm going to read from is the book from Herman. And this is a good book where you can look at most of, actually, all of our products um, that New Life have. So you can read about the product. He will tell you about money issues. Like if money is a problem, you start using the very top of the product, and what you can use if money is a problem, and what you can leave out. Yeah, and add on later. So let me just read this. He said, this book contains suggestions that may benefit your health. The programs in this book must not be treated as a prescribed medical prescription. It does not replace prescriptions issued by your doctor. These programs in this book are recommended programs which that is now Herman, whoever wrote the book, help him, with the information in here, would use to assist my body and to ensure that I lead a healthy lifestyle. People who use these programs do so at their own risk. He must say that is just one of our products. It's not it's not contraindication. It won't do any damage to, but he must say it, because by law you need to protect what you say. Also, and these programs are based on New Life's products, as New Life products is top quality products that are from nature and backed by science. New Life does extraordinary work with respect to research and quality testing. And they have more than 30. Can you please mute yourself, Zuki? They have more than 30 world first in nutrition, and thanks to a superior scientific advisory board. So there we got it now. It does not replace any medical prescription from a doctor, but it can assist your health, because what we must always tell people that our products will help your body to restore itself, to get better by itself.
Judith, I think
Use your words very, very wisely. So yeah, let us just start with some, before we start with the questions that we have and that we need to know more about the products, let me start with something positive. And I think to start with testimonies of clients that you offered a product to. Let us start with, and even personal testimonies, because we always have new people on our group on a Sunday evening, and if they hear testimonies, positive testimonies, they will feel more encouraged for joining the New Life business, and they will see that, oh my word, I know somebody that's got that condition, and look what it did. to help assist the person to back to health. So yeah, so if there is anybody that can tell us a short, keep the testimonies short so that, because sometimes it's more than one, you get the opportunity to talk now. And sometimes you got something burning on your heart just to say what it did for you, what our products did for customers, and which product did you use. Okay, I'm leaving the floor open. I'm not going to go down the list now. I'm just going to give people the freedom to speak. Thank you. So anybody that's brave enough to start? Thank
Angie
you.
Judy. Angie Judy, I'm just putting my
Hi,
hand up.
Mariam.
How are you?
I'm good, Mariam. You can go ahead.
Thank you. Just quickly, so for those that's new, my story testimony is a Pro Vitality. That's a kit. I have been chronic asthmatic. Likewise, I use Celebrex for arthritis and joint pains, which was very much bad on the left. When I took the kit, I could see the results was in before 5 days. And then I took myself, I say again, I took myself, nobody recommended me. I took myself off my chronic pump since then, as well as Celebrex. So I've been free of any other medication besides my Pro Vitality supplements. And the one thing I get sick very quickly, bronchitis and that. And thank God, up till now, we had a bad winter. I started in July. I have not been sick. I have 2 people that sponsored. My cousin at near the end of February, she took the Pro Vitality kit. See the difference, and already it's basically talking and sharing to people. I've just spent half a day with half the afternoon with my people in Secunda. Her husband has lupus, but they have started for 3 days already on the Pro Vitality, and they already can feel the difference. So that's the amazing story of Pro Vitality. Thank you very much, Auntie Judith.
Oh, that was very nice, sweet, short and sweet, Mariam, and powerful. The Pro Vitality is, it's one of our best products, because what's in that packet, that 4 supplements that's in there, it's wonderful. I have a guy that he was at our church, had prostate cancer. And, I got him the Pro Vitality. And you know what that guy told me? That he said, I could never empty my bladder. I could never. It always felt as if my bladder is so full. So he was thanking me because he could empty, and he felt a great relief. So yeah, thank you. Who is next? Anybody? Fauzia. You can go ahead, Fauzia.
I don't even know how to do this, my sweetheart.
Fauzia.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Yes, Fauzia,
Hi.
you can go ahead.
Hi. No, the Pro Vitality is actually the recommended for anybody that wants to start off and don't know what to take. I've got a customer that I went to see this person. He didn't know what to take, and then I said recommended the Pro Vitality. And I worked through somebody else because I didn't have his details as I waited for his wife to confirm Hajj. And but this lady that recommended me, I got the feeling she wanted to be with every time I went to go see him. So she contacted me. She said, "Hey, this man wants another session with you. He wants more of the Pro Vitality." So I'm following up with him tomorrow about it. But I got the feeling that the Pro Vitality is what you recommend to people that if they don't know what to take, they
Yeah.
ask you
Yes.
what to take. And then
Hmm.
I would actually just go for a Pro Vitality to start off with. Yeah, that is me. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Fauzia. Yeah, that's always a good choice, eh? If they can afford it. Anybody with a 3 and N, because that is our main product. Anybody with a 3 and N testimony from a client
Hi,
or yourself?
Judy. Hi,
Hi.
Judy. Good evening,
Hi.
everybody. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Judy, just a small
Yes. Yes.
observation that I had with 3 and N.
Okay.
I try all the products, and then I started to just take the Formula 4, with the 3 and the iron in it. But what I discovered, Judy, just taking the Formula 4 without adding the 3 in, I was extremely tired in the afternoon. And then I thought to myself, no, there must be something wrong with what I'm taking. And I thought to myself, but I think my 3 in is missing. And Judy, I started last week just adding the 3 in to my Formula 4. Judy, I haven't slept. I'm not tired. So definitely the 3 in is giving me that extra energy and an extra boost. I will not ever leave not take my 3 in because I don't feel tired anymore. I'm more awake than ever. And normally by here, by 2 o'clock, then my body want to shut down. And I was wondering, why am I all of a sudden just tired? Because I stopped taking the 3 in. And all of a sudden, I've got a boost of energy after taking the 3 in. So really, people, if you want extra energy, do not stop taking the 3 in. That is just from my side. Thank you, Judy. It's now our prayer time, so I'm going to log off. Thank you.
Okay, Rashida. Yeah. So there you got it. The 3 and N, the energy levels, because it restores your cells. It works directly on unhealthy cells. So it will cause the nutrients. It will soften your cell, make it more palpable so that the nutrients can go in and the waste can come out. So that is a good and healthy cell. An unhealthy cell will be hardened and that will make you tired because no nutrients can really penetrate and the waste, you will feel constipated a lot. Hard, you will feel constipated, so the waste is not coming out and you will just feel very tired. So that product is our top of the top brands. Yeah. Anybody else? Your testimony on any product?
Hi, Judy.
Yeah, hi, Suki.
Based on the information that Rashida has shared, would
Yes.
that mean that if someone would like, let's say somebody cannot afford to do the Pro Vitality,
Yeah.
and then normally what I would do, I would recommend Formula 4 because I know
Yes.
Formula 4 has N plus other vitamins in it. Ne? So based on what she has said now, would it mean that the first choice after Pro Vitality is just a plain 3NN? I'm just asking.
Yeah, look, it's you cannot go wrong with New Life products. You cannot, because a 3NN, as you know, is a good product, and everybody need to be energized. We need energy to get through the day. So if you start with 3NN for the affordability, look, the Formula 4 isn't that expensive also. But what I will normally recommend, as I will always say, if you can tell people to use the Formula 4 Plus, it's got more, I don't know, it just got more nutrients in for your body. It's got more in. It doesn't have the iron, but it's got more in. And you get it in the 60. And yeah, that is, if they can afford, obviously it's not that expensive because, our product is about the value, what it can do for your body. So your body needs the nutrients. So Formula 4 Plus is the go-to. But we always come back to our 3NN. So there you heard from Rashida now that the 3NN gave her so much energy that she couldn't even sleep in the beginning because she was just awake and didn't feel tired. Yeah, thank you, Zuki, for that question. Love it. Anybody else?
Yes, can I just answer
Yes,
also
Hazel.
on, I think you did answer it correctly, but I just want to add to it. Okay, so what happens is, okay, to answer your question is, remember, like Judy said, your Pro Vitality is your core product. That's why we always start with the Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so that's your that's why it's called the core product. Then you go down to your Formula 4 Plus because you still have all the vitamins and minerals. The challenge that you now have is that the omega-3 and the carotenoid is not in it. And then, of course, you go down to your 3NN. So you will show the people, okay, this is the Pro Vitality, this is the Formula 4 Plus, and this is the 3NN. What can you afford at this stage? of your life. And that is how you answer. Because remember, one is better than nothing. Always. Always. And like Judy said, people get the results on 3 and N like you won't believe it at the end of the day. Only 3 and N. There's a lot of, Mike had a story, Mike van Deventer had a story with somebody that was HIV positive. And yes, the story that Mike had with this guy, and that was the only thing he used. Thank you. Thank you, Judy.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Hazel. That was nicely, excellently put out. So yeah, thank you for that clarity. Anybody else with a testimony to encourage everybody in the group?
Hi, good evening, everybody. Evening,
Hi,
Judy.
Gayla. Hi, Gail.
Okay, for those that don't know me, my name is Gail. In the year 2013, I was looking for a way to earn extra income. I decided to sell cleaning detergents and bought the recipes from the internet. I mixed the raw chemicals myself, and all I focused on was an opportunity for myself and my family, as I was unemployed at that time. But in January 2014, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in the 4th stage. Due to my negative lifestyle, and those very chemicals was the result to my diagnosis. Thank God, through His grace and mercy, I was healed, and I'm healed now for 12 years. And I have been using New Life products which are environmentally friendly, biodegradable, and non-toxic. So I'm passionate about the harm of chemicals and trust that my story will help someone. So to come back to what you were saying about testimonies, a lot of people will hear your testimony, but a lot of people will say, but how come you look so good? And I also want to look so good, and I also want some will say, why did will that work for me also? It is as you have said in Herman's book, that this is not a cure, and this is not. It's the way you're gonna use the products that will give you a long span life. So a lot of people look at me and they say, they think that the product has done this miracle. But I believe that God has done this miracle. But I was consistent with the product. But a lot of people don't know the challenge that you have. The challenge that I have is I'm very vulnerable to infections. So any infection, I will get that infection, even though I'm taking the supplements regularly. So that don't mean to say that I am now healed and I don't have to take the supplements. This does give you a long life because this is food. As I always say, when somebody asks, how long must you take it? Then you will say, how long must you eat for the rest of your life? Because this is nutritional products. This is whole food nutrition. So a lot of people don't listen to what you say when it comes to whole food nutrition. This is food that sustains your body, whatever your body needs to fill that gap. It's like she always say in Afrikaans, aanvullers. And that is a very beautiful word when it comes to our nutrition. So I use phytodefense and pro-vitality to boost my immune system. But my way to go is always better God. I can feel in my body where I am. It's always better God. I'm again on better God because I again had an infection in my body. So that is, it's not nutrition that you say, oh, I've taken it and I've overcome now that, and now I can leave it. You need to be consistent in this. And whenever you're going to try a product, it will really boost there's no negative, there's no side effects. Yes, there's no side effects, but this will give you a long term. So I just wanted to clear that because a lot of people, they ask questions and they look at you, and sometimes they don't even ask the question, but they just surmise because you look like that, and now they will also look like that. Um, so we just need to make that clear, just as Herman has made clear in the book. But thank you very much.
Yeah, Gail, thank you so much. If this, Jasmina, we're coming to you now, eh? Noted your hand. We'll get back to you, Jasmina. Gail, there is just your testimony. I can never get enough of your testimony. You know why? It's so real because of our cleaning products that's out, in the shops. The toxins, all the toxins in there, chemicals, and etc., and what it did to you. So your testimony is always, one of those that people will think of because everybody need to clean their houses from toxins. So yeah, no, Gail, thank you for the valuable information that you shared also. And also for people that want to know more about certain products, like Gail said now, the Better God, go read up on it. Read up. You need to educate yourself, about what is this Better God that Gail was talking about? What does it do? It detox your body. It detox certain organs in your body. So it detox you from inhaling the smoke that's out there, from the fumes from the cars, etc. So go read up on the Better God. Don't just listen to us. You need to educate yourself about the products that you must share with others. Thank you, Gail, for
And
that.
Judy,
Yeah?
sorry, and then when it comes to the cleaning, that is
Yeah.
the reason why
Yes.
that is the reason for my diagnosis.
Mm.
So I had to clean out my cupboard. Okay. So I had to clean up my cupboard because there's no use for me going out there and doing sharing the business, but I'm
Yeah.
not using the products. Okay.
Yes.
So that is the main thing, that when um you come into the business, you need to use the products, and the products will excite you. So I'm just going to make one example. On yesterday we had such an amazing that was one of my downlines, such an amazing uh, uh, um, of presentation of 33 ladies. We didn't talk business. We only spoke out. We only gave our testimonies. We only did the cleaning. And 80% of women, they are diagnosed with cancer because of the cleaning material, of the cleaning detergents. So
Yes.
we are there to educate and to teach people about our products. And you know what? It was such an amazing event that when we were finished, we didn't have enough products to that the people wanted to purchase, because they wanted to purchase the products just there. 33 ladies.
Sure.
So always be prepared, because you never know who's looking for us. There was one lady that said, while she was sitting there, and you must know it was Valentine's Day, they
Yeah.
gave up their time to come and sit there. Okay. And they said they weren't sorry that they came. There was one lady that said that she when everything was finished, she came to the table and she asked, don't we have this product? Because she wants to buy this product now. Because while we were talking, she was taking pics and she was videoing and she was sending it to her husband that was at home. And her husband said to her, you don't come home after you purchase a product there, because this product you only get overseas. I didn't know this product was in South Africa.
Wow.
I was amazed when she said that.
Sure.
And she said, and that is what people are looking for, these products. So we
Yeah.
must just go out there and share. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Gail, for even that, because we must not get too familiar with our products. That means you get so used to the products that you don't um, see the value of really what it's doing. Just we must keep on reminding us this is what our product is about. Don't lose, what you know from the beginning, what you were taught, etc. And we need to buy from our own shop. We need to buy, they say there's 4 aisles that you need to avoid in the supermarkets that we have, that we must buy from. So we need to buy, and you're going to get the PVs. And New Life will acknowledge that what you're doing, you're buying products, you're changing people's lives out there, and they will pay you for what you're doing. Isn't that great? So why would you go buy Checker? I'm going to mention the shops: Checkers, Pick and Pay, Spar. Why would you go buy the products in that shops that you have in your shop? Like Russell always say, if you have a bakery, why will you go buy bread at the bakery opposite the road if you have your own bakery? Does it make sense? So we need to really think of what we got in our hands. We must really think, and I want the new people to just to listen and to just get a bigger point of view of what we are talking about, the quality of our products. Thank you so much, Gail. Mina just stepped out. So anybody else that can give a testimony? Short, thank you. Anybody? I'm sure there is someone. Lizette?
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Oh,
Okay, you
Michelle.
want to talk to me? Okay, let's go for Michelle.
Hi, good evening, everybody. It's Shamila. Yeah.
Yes, Shamila.
Yes, I just got a testimony that I'd love to share.
Yes.
The day we had the Rise event. Now, normally if I take too long to eat, then I would feel a bit off balance or a bit shaky due to low sugar. And when we got to the event, I only had breakfast in the morning, and there was aloe vera plus at the event. And I said to Michelle, I need to go over the road to get something to eat before the event starts because it would be too long for me to actually keep until getting home again to have something to eat. And then before I left, I had taken 2 aloe vera pluses that was at the event, and I was walking, and like I was walking to the garage, I felt this uncomfortability leave my stomach. And I then eventually got to the garage, and lo and behold, I had my bag with me, but Michelle was sitting with the cash. And I had to turn around. And then as I got back to the event, I said to her, Michelle, I hadn't bought anything to eat, but I don't feel that uncomfortability in my stomach. And, I hadn't had anything to eat until I got home, and I didn't feel funny. It's like the aloe vera plus took away that uncomfortability and also that feeling um, where I would maybe feel I would want to pass out or something. And since then, um, I didn't have that feeling again, you know, of the uncomfortability in my stomach and the feeling where I would feel the urgency I need to eat now before something
Yeah.
happens type of thing.
Yes.
And I just wanted to share that. And I said to her, it's the first time since we're using the products really that
Yeah.
I myself really can say something really happened just by taking, I think it
Wow.
was, yes, that 2 aloe vera pluses. Um, was
Yeah.
it 2 or 3? I'm not sure. I don't know, but I just wanted to try this product that day. And it took away that feeling, and I never had that feeling again. It's almost like it created it's almost like it took away the anxiety in my stomach when I haven't eaten um and that turning feeling, and it feels like you're gonna faint, And the next day I didn't feel that again, and I just had my breakfast and I went on normally. So I just wanted to share that testimony of the aloe vera plus.
Wow, Michelle, that is a great testimony, eh? And I want Hazel now to come in here because Hazel always encourage us to take aloe vera at certain times and at certain places. Hazel, can you just come in here? I know you've got that about the
Yes,
aloe plus.
you know, aloe, we even going to have, I'm sure you will talk about it, Judy, about Tuesday. We will actually have aloe at as tasters also. I believe, and I spoke to Brandon, and Brandon said, but to have aloe, it's expensive. I said, you know what, my team don't see it as expensive. My team invest in aloe as tasters, and I think that is one of the reasons why we sell such a lot of aloe to people, because some people, like Shamila said now, you feel the difference immediately. And I always say, guys, if you have any challenge from your mouth right down to the throat, right down to the gut, you need aloe at the end of the day. You can even give it to babies. Hannah was reared on as a baby on aloe vera plus. It is really, really next level. Thank you very much. But again, Judy, it is so important that we educate people. They can't drink it like you drink water. You need to tell them what is in it, what it's going to do, and the most important thing is how to take it so that it can work even better, like Don Lawson explained to us. So thank you, Judy.
Yeah, and when you travel, Hazel?
Oh, yes. When I travel, guys, especially when it's in South Africa, they allow you to take the bottle on the plane. So I have it as hand luggage. I never put it in my case. I have it as hand luggage. I actually once took it from Lynn Island to Istanbul because the flight was short. And I thought, if they have a challenge, I will just let them take it. But, and it was all good. Yeah, because I cannot be without aloe. That's the one product I must have every day.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I also heard about people with anxiety. If you're anxious, stressed out, if you're stressed, take your aloe. It calms you down. It's got calamine in. Aloe vera plus is all our products. If we talk about one, we get excited for each one of our products because it does what it says it does. So yeah, thank you for that. Was it now Shamila? Thank you, Shamila, for that one. Anybody else is
Yeah, I think Mina's back. Good evening. Thank you very much. Oh,
Lizette is on now, Coulson.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Yes, hi, good evening.
What I'm experiencing now, I used to wake up in the middle of the night, I couldn't go back to sleep. And recently, it's a while now, and also with stress and anxiety and everything, I never go. Maybe I miss the Provitality in the morning, but my evening tablet I never miss. My Calmate, I take 3 a day. I've got what you call it, magnesium. I take 2 a day, and then I also add the zinc in it, and then I've got my vitamin D, and I add now stage 6 as well, because stage 6 also clean your lymphatic system. And then you go to the loo very nicely, because since I stopped taking acidophilus, I had trouble with my stomach. I actually became very constipated. So then after that, I was okay. I took my fiber and everything. But The stage 6 is actually a nice one to take as well. Don't take it every day, all the time, but I've got a bottle and I want to finish it. I must say I slept very well with the magnesium and the calmag. And then I also ate zinc as well, because zinc you can also take at night. Thank you for Marianne, where Mariam was talking about which vitamin you can take together at night or in the morning. So I did Google it, and zinc you can actually take at night as well. So yes, this product I will take it every night. I will never miss, because also I feel that I'm having no cramps, but it's starting to happen a little bit. I've got a sensitivity with a cramp. So maybe I will have to take a little bit more magnesium as well, but I never got that cramp. And if people got cramps, it's very painful. So don't let this happen to you. Take your magnesium and your calmag. Thank you very much.
Hi, Lizette. Yes, the magnesium. There's people that cannot be without magnesium at night because it really makes them sleep well. And with a calmag together at night. But now you must also be careful. You must take it you must take it like early in the night. For instance, take it now between 8 and 8:30, so that you can fall asleep a certain time. There is people with testimonies also about magnesium. And that one is Jasmina's husband. So we just wait for them to come back, because Jasmina did put her hand up. Remarkable. We couldn't wait for magnesium to come back in our warehouse when it was out of stock. So it's in stock now, and we all just ran for our magnesium. So thank you, Lizette. That is a very good testimony. Thank you. Is there anybody else with a
Judy,
testimony?
Jasmina's back, Judy.
Jasmina back? Jasmina, hi. You can unmute yourself and tell us about the testimonies that you have of your husband and yourself. Thank you, Jasmina.
Okay, it's not Yasmina, it's the husband. I'll be doing the testimony.
Yes. Shahid, you're welcome. So welcome. You can go
As
in.
as I say, it will come out of the horse's mouth itself. You know, so when Yasmina joined Neo Life, she took the starter kit with a Pro Vitality. Now, I just need to take people back to 2018 when I had an accident being on my bicycle on Chapman's Peak at the speed of 50 kilometers per hour, was just about to hit the Chappies climb, and I had a blackout. I fell on my head and a nerve was damaged. I woke up in the ambulance with pain on both my arms, excruciating pain on the skin. Nothing was broken, whatever. It's just a burning skin sensation that I had. And thank God it subsided, but it wasn't gone. So, my wife's hair would cause pain to my skin, wind, anything touching from the elbow down to my hands. You could say almost 24 hours a day that I had a feeling of, skin burning. If you've ever had your skin burnt with hot water and then you touch it or blow on it, that is a feeling that I had every day. Could never drive with my windows down. Aircon was on, but the vents had to be away from me. Then she bought this. I had the option of an operation, by the way, but the doctor said, there is a 50% chance of paralysis from the neck down, because the nerve that was damaged is in my neck. So I said, no, thank you. I'll go with the pain rather than being, stuck to a chair day and night and having other people having to feed me. Last year, when Yasmina joined the Neo Life, she started giving me, because I had twice COVID as well, by the way. Were very lethargic, and the doctor said, no, it's just, as they call it, long-term COVID. And apart from that, I also suffered from insomnia. Couldn't sleep at night or slept very little. She started giving me the Pro Vitality. And being a person that generally don't take tablets, I just took it and, to help me with my energy. And that really helped me being much more energetic every day. And then I started realizing, but the pain on my skin or my arms has started going away. That is when I started asking her for the tablets. She didn't give the tablets to me anymore. And then since then, I had the box on my pedestal in the morning. So in the morning, when we wake up for our morning prayers, the first thing I do is I take my pack of Pro Vitality. And then she also started giving me the magnesium to help me sleep. And yeah, now I can sleep like, from whatever 10 o'clock right through till the morning prayers when we get up. Whereas previously I used to get up, went to the toilet, and then was awake. Like generally, I had about 3 to 4 hours sleep every night. And now recently also, I started realizing that I'm wearing my specs much less. Now, I was generally also a person that you could not go out of the house or walk around without my specs on. Otherwise, I get extreme migraines. And alhamdulillah, nowadays I don't even wear my specs because when I put my specs on, my eye starts tearing. So that is possibly a sign that either the prescription is now too strong for my eyes or has changed. So I need to now go back to the optician to get a new pair of specs, that will now, be much more comfortable because I don't even drive with my specs nowadays. Only at night because you need to see a bit better. So it does help me, but yeah, I've actually started, doing everything without my specs.
Is that all, Jade?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that was quite a few testimonies that you have, and you are a great testimony that can encourage anybody. Anybody. I mean, insomnia you had that skin condition, felt like your arms were burning, a burning sensation. I mean, for 24 hours, that was really, really intense. That is really a great testimony. And the products that helped you, and even your COVID that you had. So you are a miracle walking man, a new
Yeah,
life.
no, after 7 years of having to walk around with that pain, you
Wow.
know,
Yes.
it is a blessing.
Yeah. And your eyes, what I've heard from Louis. Louis said that if you take the carotenoid and you take 3 your eyesight will improve. But then you must be consistent. Remember, consistency, that is important. You can't use it and then stop and so on and expect a miracle. So we need to be consistent with using our own product. Use your products first. Thank you for that great testimony, Shahid. Anybody else?
Hi, Judith. This is Ina. I have 3 questions, if that's possible.
A pen and a book? Okay, Ina, you can go ahead. If we don't know it,
Thanks,
then we need to research it. Even you. I will give you homework to research it, if I don't know. Yes?
Anytime.
Good.
I consulted Herman's book and I noticed that there were 2 programs for hypertension. So the first question is, what's the difference between the 2 plans? My second question is that we've had quite a bit of input regarding fragrances in, say, any kind of products or even perfumes. I want to know from a distributor's point of view, what do I say to clients who say, but hold on, don't your products also have fragrances? What about the G1? What about the LDC? What about the Super Team, etc.? And, do those fragrances affect one in the same way? And my third question is, the whitening agent in the G1. Personally, I've noticed over the past couple of years that my coloured clothing garments, and I must just add this too, that whenever I wash my clothes, I wash them inside out and I hang them in the sun inside out. However, I've noticed that the colour is fading. What could be the cause and how strong is that whitening agent in the G1? So those are my 3 questions. Thanks, Judith.
Hi, Ina. I think that you really needed this. Thank you for that 3 questions. Firstly, but if you look at your questions, you're talking about the 2 plans for hypertension, and this is questions that we need to ask Connie them. If you go there, you ask Connie. You can email Herman. That type of people. The fragrances in it. I know Kulsum had a testimony about the Super 10 fragrances, and I can ask Kulsum to respond on that one. And all the other products with the fragrances in, we need to go deeper than us, higher than us. You know what I'm saying, Ina? You cannot, on this level, we are not responsible to know everything about all the fragrances in all the products. But I'm going to ask Kulsum to just comment about the Super 10 fragrance that a client also asked her about. And the whitening agent from the G1 that you see that your color clothing is fading. That one is also for our Connies and, the labels and all that other higher people, through them, branding them. So that question, I think I'm not going to even attempt to ask them for the answers. I want you. I said, I'm going to throw this one back at you. You need to email them. You need to ask the questions, and then you can come back to us and educate us. Next Sunday, you need to come back and tell us what they have said about your very valid questions that you have. So let's ask Kulsum quickly about the Super 10, what a client asked her and what the client experienced. Thank you, Kulsum. And Ina, I didn't answer your questions at all because I must also go and research that, But seeing that it is on your heart, you need to send emails to that appropriate people. Please, I would appreciate that, and you come and inform us.
All good. Thanks, Judith.
Okay, thank you, Ina, for that very deep questions. And then Kulsum, Super 10 for us, please, the fragrance.
Okay, Judy, the challenge that the customer had was that when she cleaned her oven, we normally tell them to warm the oven, switch it off, and then spray it with a solution of 1 in 3 to make it stronger. And she said when she sprayed even, and she started washing her oven, it was just too much for her to breathe even. So she wanted to know what was in there because it was just too much. Fortunately for me at the time, I had the 5-liter non-fragrance, the plain, I don't know how they call it, but the non-fragrance Super 10. And that only comes in a 5-liter. You don't get it in a liter. So I could then give her of that to use. So it just shows that some people are a bit sensitive to some fragrances. But she felt it was just too much for her. And I said, I'm not sure, but we're not here to tell them it's not so. We're there to say, okay, if you experienced it, let me, like Ina's doing, I'm taking it to another forum and I'll try my best to get you an answer. But then I, fortunately, like I said, had the non-fragrance. So I could give her and I said, okay, now try this. Go warm your oven again and try and do it. And she was quite happy with that. So I think some people are very sensitive to fragrances. But I am not, I don't want to take over this because I'm not 100% sure. But our products don't have any extreme harmful ingredients in it. So it is not like any, I would like to believe that it is not like any other fragrance that you get maybe in your jig and in your handy andies. But it will be good for us to know from the people who know more. Thank you, Judy.
Very well said, and thank you for that testimony, because some clients do ask questions, like Ina said, they want to know more, and they they will ask questions for you, but they won't go to Pick n Pay to ask them, why is this chemicals too harsh for us? Why? They use it without complaining. They can itch with using their what do you call it, detergents or soap powder. They can itch, but they will not go back and tell them. But when it comes to quality, because we profess that we've got all our products are good, as top of the range, they will find something to question you about. So we need to be always ready enough for them and for this. So we need to also educate ourselves. And that is a very valid questions that you ask, because I also saw that for the hypertensive, you can use various of our products, that will help in two different plans. But we need to ask the top people more questions. So yeah, that's why they are there to help us. Okay, somebody's hand
Judy.
is up.
Hi, Judy.
Rashida, yeah, you can speak.
Oh, Judy,
Rashida.
I just want to come in with regards to the
Yes.
cleaning products. I think there
Yes.
was a question posed already to me about why is there chemicals on the bottle saying that it's got certain chemicals. And then I asked Faiza, and Faiza referred it to Connie. And Connie had actually a very good explanation, which I sent in to the Madonna, and she sent it to her customer. Where Connie explained they have to put on there that there's chemicals in the product, but it's not harmful chemicals, but there's a 1% of people that might be allergic to it. That's why they have to put the caution matters onto the labels, so that 1% of people can be aware that it is there, but it's not. She said it's not the hard chemicals that you will get in your other products. And she also said that that therefore some people experimented with it. So therefore, if a child should drink it, nothing will happen to the child. She said, but that doesn't come from real life. That comes from the stories. And we must always tell people that our products sell because people are using the products, they're experimenting with the products, and that is how they come up with the stories. But she said that there is a 1% people that will maybe have a reaction on the product because of that. And that is the answer that Connie gave to us. And that was by email. I'm not sure if I still got the email that I can maybe send it, but I think I lost that email. But that is what the response that we got from Connie. So thank you, Judy. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for that, Rashida, and for taking that initiative also to email the appropriate people, because sometimes it's out of our hands. We also need to know if clients ask us how to respond to their questions. Yeah, thank you for that, Rashida. Is there anybody else that got a testimony for us that they experience themselves or the customer?
Judy, can I just come in?
Yes, Mariam.
Just quickly, so what Auntie Lizette was talking about, the Calmac and the magnesium. So basically, I was given the assignment to do research and to present to the distributors and guests as to which minerals and what vitamins you take when and so forth. That is why at night with the zinc. What the research did also say, and what I have tried and tested, I am a Calmac girl. So if I take 2 Calmacs and it says about half an hour before you go and sleep, like literally, you can feel you kind of go in a nice slow mode, not slow boat, but in any case, you shut down and you have a nice sleep. If I do have cramps, I can take it, and Connie has confirmed, I take maybe 2 Calmax, one magnesium or the opposite, but it's not every night. And I do take the zinc. So the magnesium is about an hour before you go sleep. Everyone's sleeping pattern. Sometimes I was 11 o'clock and I realized. So it is not that late because it's good. But everyone body to their own. I just wanted to add to that regarding the CalMag, which I take at night, and as well as a magnesium. Some people take it in the morning. My sister also takes it because she stands a lot, so it takes the swelling away and so on. And she cannot go without the magnesium. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miriam. What I've learned, the calcium and magnesium absorbs better during the night while you're sleeping. So people with cramps in their legs, people with bone issues, to take calcium at night, it is the best because absorption of the calcium and magnesium take place better during the night so that you can recover more during the day. So yeah, there's one other thing that just came to me. If anybody is on iron tablets, you need to take iron, and in some of our products like the multi-minerals, there's 8 milligrams of iron in. So if you take any iron in the supplements, then you need to take vitamin C with it. Do you get that? Vitamin C must be taken when you take any iron, because if you don't take the vitamin C, then you will get constipated. You will feel constipated if you only drink your iron without the vitamin C. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else?
Can I come in?
Okay, you may.
I
Is
think
it?
it's no point to go and buy iron from the pharmacy because you're not going to get anything good. So your iron, you've got it in a Formula 4, you've got in your multi-mineral and your multi-mineral plus now, you've got in a Pro Vitality. So you have your iron there. And even in the shake. So I think if you take your Pro Vitality or the Formula 4, you would get enough iron. And then the Formula 4 will have your multi-mineral and vitamin, which will have vitamin C as well. This is why that multi is so important to take it. Because like you say, the iron must be taken with vitamin C. Another vitamin needs to have another vitamin to work properly. So if you take your multi, you're safe. So the Formula 4, you give you your multi-mineral and vitamin, and will give you your iron with the 3NN.
Yes, Lizette, many of our products, as you said, got the iron in. And I think that I've got something, I must just look on my phone where it is, because we received all our products that got iron in and the percentage of the iron that it contains also, from the lowest to the highest. So we've got it. Now, I didn't say we must go buy in the pharmacy. We've got the best. And from our products, I think I'm going to look for it. Whoever gets it first, what products got iron in and the percentage, can put it on the Wilson team, please. Hey, thank you for that one, Lizette. We can do that for everybody. Anybody else with a testimony?
Zuki has got a hand up. I had my hand up. It's all right.
Is that Zuki's hand?
Yes, it's Zuki's hand.
Okay. Zuki?
Hi, thanks, Kusam. Hi, Judy.
Hi there.
I'm just looking for an advice. I've got a lady that is complaining about being tired in the afternoon when she's coming out of work. But I showed her the Pro Vitality. It looks like she doesn't want tablets. She even said yesterday, I want your aloe vera juice. Or otherwise, if you don't give me, I'm going to Forever People. So I said, but I don't think that will rectify your being fatigued or tired. So I was thinking of offering her the Vita Squares, because more or less she's going to suck them together with omega-3. And I just want to find out, is that correct? Number two, I want to find out, may I please find out that if I offer her the shake, that she must rather take the shake only. But she's adamant, she wants also the omega-3 because she once used it, and then she left it. But now she says she wants it, but with something else. So I'm just looking for an advice. What would be the best thing, since she doesn't want to take the tablets, but she's prepared to take the omega-3 one because it's those for the children, those small ones. She's prepared for that. But any other thing she doesn't want to take. So would you think that Vita Squares would be number one? Shake would be number one. I'm just looking for
Suki,
an
yes.
advice. Then
Suki, I'm going to throw, yes, I want to throw this open to the floor, but I will say, first of all, she need to detox because she need to get rid of certain toxins in her body. She need to follow our detox program, first of all. And then I want to just throw it open to the floor. If anybody can help Suki with the questions about the Vita Squares and children's, yes.
May I?
Cool,
Okay.
yes.
I just listened to somebody, talking about what was that? You will see it on my status. It's for sports people who run, and the advice that Bruce Fordyce gave. And I was surprised that the one thing he used was Vita Squares. So I suppose it's just easy at that time with all the supplements that he was taking was just to suck on a Vita Square. I hope it's still on my status, but I had it up because I have quite a few people running. So I wanted them to see what Bruce Fordyce was saying about the supplements that they need to take. So yes, she can take the Vita Squares. How much she's gonna get compared to what she got in the 3 is it's obviously for us to check, but there's no harm in her taking it.
Kulsum, can you put that Vita Squeeze of the sports guy on the Wilson team for everybody and not on your status? Put it on the group, please. And then the shake. She cannot go wrong with our shake. No, you know that. That is something that we all know. The shake is one of one of the best products. So she cannot go wrong there. She can take her aloe. And yeah. Anybody else that can assist Suzuki? Anybody else?
Suki,
Hello, sis.
I had somebody that was in hospital that they water on the lungs, and she was actually a downline from me, and then she couldn't take tablets, but the aloe vera plus is the one that I gave her. But then I took her the Liquivite, and the Liquivite actually does. It's just the Liquivite don't have the omega-3 in it, but the Liquivite is like the Pro Vitality. So I would always recommend the Liquivite.
Can I come in here? Can I come in here?
Okay.
The Liquivite do not have minerals. So it's important to take the Vita Square instead of Liquivite, unless you take Liquivite and then a mineral as well. But the Liquivite will have your chrysoprase, your carotenoid, and your flavonoid. It's and carotenoid. So it's a very, very good one. But be careful of the minerals.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember one time Louis Smith was here when we were in Woodstock, I think in the upper Woodstock. He was talking about the Vita Square study. He takes his Vita Squares, and he's got a bottle of Vita Squares. He just chow them so as to keep himself up and running. So I think also Vita Squares can be one of valuable things that one can really rely on it. because really it has got everything in it except for, I think, omega-3. Then you can just add on omega-3. But thank you very much.
That's okay.
Yeah. Hazel. Yes, you can talk.
Remember, guys, it is very important that you listen to your customer. The customer is saying she wants aloe vera plus. If she believes that aloe vera plus is going to do the thing, then that will be your number one. Okay, so start with the aloe vera plus and then go to the other products. It's amazing what people say the things do that many a times we know, but that can't be the results. You know, they say they take 3 and N one day and they feel like on top of the world. And you think, but that can't be true. But that's what people experience. So whatever people experience, we first need to tap into that and then give other advice. So my first advice is, because this person believes in aloe, start with the aloe and then go to what the other advice that the people gave you on the group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. She was just calling me now, so I'll have something for her after all this Zoom call. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, that was really a very good session. I don't know if anybody got the last testimonies there before we end off tonight's session. If anybody got something to share,
Judy?
you can do so now.
Judy, can we just end with the testimonies, if it's okay with Hazel, because we haven't finished the
unmute.
Sorry, anybody? Is there a testimony that you need to end off with?
No.
Auntie Judith, I just want to ask.
Yes.
It was also said we need to keep the questions for later. So for me, there's a difference about the testimonies and the questions.
Okay.
Should I leave the 2 questions in?
Oh yes, you can ask your question now. Then we can, because in between, if you notice, Miriam, the questions came in between the testimonies as well. If you notice that with Ina's questions, etc.
Oh yeah.
But you can ask your question quickly. You can ask it before we end off.
Well, okay. One would be either for Russell, whoever does have a garden. Basically, the super grow. The lady in Secunda wants to know, how does it work in the sense that when it comes to winter, because I get very cold, dry winter, so will it also be effective, or is there any other methods for the garden that they have to use a super grow? I can get the answer later, but then the other answer question I most probably will just send in the chat, because they haven't had a problem getting onto the back office. I've also tried logging on and they have phone, and it says the account has not been set up. But those were just the 2 questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, then I don't know if Russell is on for the garden winter question. If Russell is not on, if anybody can answer that, because I know the climates everywhere is different, and even the ground is different where and it's only when you experiment and test the grounds for its, for itself, then you're the only one that side of the country that will know if it's going to work or not. But if Russell is on, or anybody, otherwise we need to come back to that question, Miriam. Yes,
Judy is
Hazel?
on.
Yeah.
I heard him. I think he is on.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Wow. Russell,
Am
you
I
can
loud
go
and
ahead.
clear?
Thank you, Russell.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
So from outside, obviously we're in Cape Town, so we don't have cold, dry winters. We have very wet, cold winters. But obviously with Super Grow, sorry, it allows the roots to go further, the water to go further down, so the roots can chase it. So the higher the water sort of stays in the soil, it gets evaporated faster, you know. So whatever rains you do get in winter, whatever watering or fertilizing or feeding you do in your garden, if you're using the Super Grow with it, you obviously just add Super Grow to whatever you do. So if it's water, if it's a liquid fertilizer, whatever, that will then penetrate the soil better. Especially if the soil will get like hard less penetrable because it's not dry. So that helps the water to go further down, so you don't have to water as regularly, even if it's now winter and it's cold. But it's not gonna, if it's a dry climate, it's not gonna like evaporate as fast because it's going further down. So that's just my thinking on based on my understanding of Supergrow and how a surfactant works.
Definitely. Yes, Russell is right. Thank you, Russell.
Yeah, in connect, the second question that you ask, Miriam, can that be resolved after the session, about
good.
the website, etc., so
Oh,
that
good.
we can assist for you for that one.
No,
Yeah.
thank you very much. And thank you, Russell.
Pleasure, Miriam. Hazel, can you just end off, close up for us, wrap it up for us, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Judy, and thank you, everybody. If there is still questions, I would just love you to write it down and then send it to me, and we will really see. To concerning the washing powder, Ina, yes, please ask those questions to Connie, and then come back to us. But I remember, I think it was a few years ago, they had a challenge with just the smell of the washing powder. I tell you, according to me, there was nothing wrong because I also bought a box and we had to return it. They pulled everything back because, according to them, when they tested it, it was too strong, according to them. And the washing powder went back order. I was not impressed because I thought, why would they do that? There was, according to me, nothing wrong. So they really very strict when it comes to the quality of our products. But it would be awesome to know the answers of your questions at the end of the day. So please, if you get answers, and then also everybody, when you have a query, and you ask Fatima or you ask Connie, please put it on the group so that we all can learn from it at the end of the day. Maybe we don't have the same question now, but when we do have it, that we know what the answers are at the end of the day. So thank you very much, Judy, for an amazing training once again. And then, like I said, if there's any other questions, or anything that you want to add, then let me know on my personal WhatsApp. Then, of course, we have an amazing expo that we are testing the waters. So we're really working very hard. Okay, so we're going to have people manning, like in the old days, we're going to have people manning the cleaning table. We're going to have a health table. We're going to have a facial table. We're going to have personal care. And then, of course, we will have the plan. So, guys, this is not going to work unless we all work together. And even if you're working and you still have a boss and you know people that are at home, we have strong leaders in our team that can help build your business. So while you're still working for a boss, you can send your guests and we will look after them and do the follow up and do whatever and then talk to you at the end of the day. But there's a lot of time and a lot of money going into this event on Tuesday, and we're going to really do it often so that we can get foster people into our business and make the money and do our next steps, not steps at the end of the day. That is what I feel very strong in my spirit. So I am trusting God that we will all go out and really, really work on it to get our people to the DC on Tuesday, and then we'll take it from there. Whatever we can do better, we will tap into that. We will talk about it with the leaders, and we will say, if we do this, perhaps, and do that, and whatever. But we will do it. Remember, everything we do, we're not doing it good. we're going the excellent way in 2026. So please work on it. And thank you very much. We're a bit late, but it was worth it at the end of the day. So thank you much. Thank you very much, Judy, and thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Love you.
Pleasure.
Thank you,
Thank
Aizol. And thank
you.
you,
Thank you,
Judy.
Anya.